Hey everyone, welcome to the third installment of Dead Inside Podcast. And today, my guest is none other than my good buddy, Jeff. How are you doing today, Jeff?
Hey, I'm doing. How are you doing?
Oh man, I've just been busy. Just glad to have you on for the third episode of Dead Inside Podcast.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
So, what I like to do, starting off, is ask my guests, how did we meet?
The assisted living.
Assisted living.
I hired you on. I was the maintenance supervisor over. I don't know. We don't need to drop the name, but it's assisted living in Nashville, and it was a crazy place. And I hired you on
with
as
some crazy people.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy was my old supervisor, and we both used to work there. Some crazy stories.
Crazy stories.
And, but I have to ask, what got you want to work there?
Shit. I didn't really. Okay, so I was doing maintenance at these apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and this lady who lived there, she worked there. She's like the sales lady or something, and she's like, "Hey, we're hiring. Just tell them you want 18 an hour." I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's better than what I'm at, And got an interview. I guess they were really desperate for just workers, and I think that they ended up putting me at 19 an hour, and it was pretty wild. I was like running that whole building. There were probably, what was the most residents we had there, like 60 something.
Man, it was 65 for a while, I think, and I think eventually it got like more towards like the end, because you left like a month or two before I like left, so because by the time I left, they started getting in like more and more people, and then COVID like started rising over there, and it was just like craziness.
Yeah, well, they fired me. That's
which was bullshit.
So random.
That was bullshit, because like, and I think it was premeditated.
Oh yeah.
All because like this guy. So my car was out of commission for like a whole month.
Yeah.
And you had to take me to work, but as soon as my car got fixed, you're gone. I was like, that had to be premeditated, because literally they found somebody like 15 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
But
there are some crazy things that happened there.
right.
I mean,
but there were some, good times there.
Yeah. It was like every day was another.
Right, like you never know what to expect.
Yeah, but probably the craziest thing that ever happened was back in February of 2021, right?
Yeah, this is before I was there.
Yeah, the crazy ass snowstorm.
Oh.
And I was snowed in there for 2 days. I spent the night there. And I had to wake up and cook dinner, like breakfast for everyone.
Oh man.
And like I was up all night because I had to cover for everyone else who couldn't even make it to the building. And at the same time, half of the residents had COVID.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was just a crazy.
I cannot imagine doing that.
Yeah.
Because before I worked, while I started working there, I was a caregiver.
Oh yeah.
And being a caregiver for just one person a day is, enough. I can't imagine doing that for like 60 plus residents. Like, that had to be insane.
Yeah,
I would go crazy.
They were always understaffed there, but
no alcohol, no nothing to like calm the nerve.
Man. We were smoking, like me and the coworker, everyone there.
Right.
Like,
I didn't know they had like alcohol like on site.
Well, you remember the chef? He was always like, he would always call me and he'd be like, "Yo, you wanna do shots, dude? Come, let's do shots, bro."
Right.
Yeah. Crazy shit. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those were some times.
Yeah.
Some really wild times.
Yep. Glad it's over.
Yep, and we're busy doing our own thing. You know, we're kind of like living our dreams in a sense. You know, with all these.
Now we're both cleaning shit every day with our new job.
Yeah. Where you work at now again?
It's Team Clean.
Okay.
And so I just clean rich people's houses every day.
And I clean hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Across from Opry Mills Mall.
Yeah.
Yep. Get free booze a lot.
Oh,
They'll leave like free booze, water bottles. I mean, sometimes I get like cash, but
yeah,
that's one cool thing about my job.
Yeah, I get pretty good tips at mine. Like some of the residents will give me shit once in a while.
Right, right.
You get free shit pretty often, so that's cool.
Yeah, sometimes, even though some of the rooms I get can be pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember, I think it was like my first Sunday. This is like after like no one was helping me after training. Like, all right, training's over. You're by yourself Sunday. And the first Sunday, I had a 2-bedroom, and there were dishes everywhere, and they didn't even bother cleaning all these dishes, and I had to make all 3 beds. Had to clean the 2 bathrooms, and it was bad. It took me like 4 hours when it's supposed to be a 2-hour job.
Oh yeah,
But
probably the craziest job I've ever had to clean out was I was supposed to be there for 4 hours. I was there for like 8 hours. And it was like 6 beds and a whole ass kitchen, and like it was an Airbnb, so I get those once in a while.
But
it's whatever. It's just work.
Yeah, just work. Just a paycheck, you know. But what we really love to do is performing.
Oh yeah.
And we're both totally different performers. I'm more of a spoken word artist, storyteller, poet, comedian sometimes. But you, on the other hand, do music.
Yeah.
So what? I always ask with a musician, what got you into music? Who were some of your influences growing up, music-wise?
Okay, yeah. So, growing up, honestly, I wasn't like around music much. My dad sings. Most of my family is pretty musical. So like growing up in church and stuff, I was around that, but I wasn't really into that, you know?
Yeah.
And my parents never just played music. You know, they never played the classics or anything. There was never a record player going or anything. So I would just listen to the radio and avoid all of the country stations that were on the radio. There were like 5 different country stations in the town I grew up in Utah, but there was this one alternative rock station that played like Cage the Elephant and Arctic Monkeys and even like AWOL Nation, and so honestly, when I very first heard Aberdeen by Cage the Elephant, I was like, what the fuck is this all about?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it was called GrooveShark.com at the time. It was basically like SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, what's this all about? And through that, I found like Foster the People and Two Door Cinema Club. So it's basically like indie rock shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just really into that, and I've always just really stuck to that genre of, you know, are you familiar with Tame Impala?
I've heard it, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of my big influences, as well as MGMT, and a lot of that's called psychedelic rock.
Right.
And there are different subgenres even in there. Some people hear psychedelic rock and they think of like Pink Floyd, or you know, like even some of the stuff you're into, which like I can get down to like some harder shit, but I've always been into more of like the like stuff with synths and like clean guitars and stuff.
Right.
But like when I play with my band, sometimes we get pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah, and like with your music, like I've seen you perform at that coffee shop. I forgot the name of it. But it was like, yeah, it was a couple months back, and like your music is like, compared to like every other musician I know, it's like yours is like totally different, which is great. I love it when I meet like different artists, different musicians, but like your music is like kind of like the music like that's like the music I could sleep to.
Oh,
Not because it's boring, but
Right.
like, oh my God, it's like
Just
I
chill.
can have like a great dream and you know, like
Yeah.
I like it's great to have that kind of music too. You know, just like chill music, good vibes. Like I dig it.
Absolutely, yeah. And even, I mean, it's funny how weed and music always goes hand in hand. But
Yeah.
honestly, the moment I very first smoked weed growing up, I was like 16, maybe 17, and like from then on, it really enhanced like my own musical style and. I don't know. It kind of unlocked something where, obviously you smoke weed to chill out,
Right.
but like it's just like when I'm high, I'm just like in a state where I there aren't so many thoughts going on.
You're just like on another level.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like.
And you that was a solo gig, my solo project InnerView. And that stuff's more like indie pop, but I do the guitar and synths and loopers and drum machine and all that. And then I have two other bands that are similar genre, honestly.
Yeah.
But more, bands. So like the solo thing's more simplified. But
what's your favorite instrument to play, or do you prefer vocals the most?
Well, I kind of just taught myself to sing over the years, but I started off with guitar like back in 2007. So
oh wow,
I've been doing that for about 15 years. So yeah, I'd say guitar is my favorite, and then I also play drums with the band Tear Ducts. I don't think you've ever seen Tear Ducts.
I don't think I've ever heard you mention that around me.
Really?
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. They have almost 1 million plays on Spotify on one of their songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have a pretty good following, and I'm actually in the middle of setting up a tour with them to go out west in October.
Oh wow, definitely plug that later on in this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, singing is fun too, and yeah, like you said, everything I do is I enjoy it because I found my way to like do something that's purely unique. Like I never take from other artists and be like, oh, I want to do what this band did. I just kind of find my own path.
That's the way to be, because like with me, like I'm in more of the spoken word field, but even me, it's like I want to be different than a lot of other people in the spoken word field, because like I mean, yeah, I know a lot of different and unique spoken word artists. They're unique in their own way, but I like being different because a lot of them, in some ways, even though they're different, they're kind of similar. Whereas me, like I'm kind of like, I'm a lot younger than, surprisingly, a lot of spoken word artists that I know. And I'm just like, I don't know much spoken word artist that, lives the life that I do, where I just go out all the time. I mean, you don't know how many times I go to a bar and people be like, hey, I remember you from, this bar that you used to go to 2 years ago. You doing well, man? You still doing your show? Like, that's like really cool to get that recognition, because I don't think, lots of people I know, like, it's just great to have that outlet where you can just let yourself be, and it's just like heartfelt, to hear like you impact people's lives in a way.
Right.
Because I never envisioned myself doing this, especially like impacting the way I have with people. But yeah, now it's just gonna, keep on growing.
Yeah, and I've actually never seen you perform. That's the fucked up thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you're always at Twin Kegs on Saturdays, right?
Yeah, Twin Kegs 2 on Saturdays, 6 to 7. I don't know how much longer I may be doing it.
Yeah.
I may be looking at other venues, but I mean, I perform at other venues too. I don't host some of them, but tomorrow I'll be at Americano Lounge. That's like a monthly one. You know, they got pretty good turnouts. I like that place, you know, because of the turnouts, but I'm not really that big on it just because it's a coffee shop and I don't really drink coffee. And it's more like family friendly because I'm more into the bar scene. I love to have a good beer, Jack Daniels, you know, great bar food. But, I mean, no, I still dig it. You know, it's just the bar scene's more my field and I thrive on it and live the rock star life and do karaoke afterwards and wear out my voice.
Yeah, man. My voice is pretty dead from some of these shows. The Spirit Ritual last or 2 weekends ago in Illinois.
Yeah.
Because like, lately I've been doing a lot more screaming and shit during our sets. I don't know. Just when I feel it, I'm just like I'll just yell it out. But
well, I guess we can talk about that. So, Spirit Ritual is one of your bands.
Yeah.
How did that came to be? Where did the name come from?
Yeah. Okay. So, actually, the original name of that band used to be Midnight Trust, and probably 3 years ago is when it started. But I wasn't a part of the original group. It was Ian and Hunter, and when I moved here in 2019, I kind of met them through like they were doing house shows and we would jam pretty often. But back then, Lee Trent was singing, and eventually he just like he went and did his own thing like with his solo project, and you know, they didn't have a singer, and I was like the only dude they knew that was like we like our vibes meshed really well, you know?
Right.
And they were like, "Yo, do you want to join?" I was like, "Sure." And that was like summer of 2020, I think, when I hopped on. And then we have Sky, our drummer, and lately Lee Trent actually he's been drumming with us. So it's funny, he went from vocals, now he's back to drums. So he's like drumming with us all this summer. But yo, when I joined the band though, back when we were still called Midnight Trust, like I was like, yo, I'll join, but only if we like restart. We need to scrap. They had like an EP ready to go. I was like, yo, let's scrap it. Let's just start fresh, cause like it wasn't right. It wasn't done yet, and they were like, yo, we're about to put it out. I was like, yo, this is not. You guys can do better than this. Like we've jammed and done like more like genuine things that are like unique, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, Trent was like fine with it, cause he was like, dude, honestly, I didn't put any like deep thought into like those songs, and like Trent wasn't even writing most of them. Ian was like helping a lot out with all those lyrics, and so Trent was actually like, he was like, yo, dude, thank you for taking my place, because his heart wasn't in it, and like none of their hearts are in it. And like when I joined, I was like, guys, let's just jam all the time and find like the songs that like come about and use them, you know, the ones that feel right and that are actually like purely unique, you know. And so yeah, we got some shit together. We played a lot of shows in 2020 and 2021. We played more shows than I wanted to, because it was like the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
They were I don't know. But either way, we got some songs together. We put them out last February, and we called it. So actually, we changed our name to Spirit Ritual right when 2022 hit. So honestly, not too long ago, 5 months ago.
That's crazy.
So we changed
2022's 5 months, because it's already May.
It's May, yeah.
Almost half the year.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Almost half a year ago. Feels like way longer, because I've been like,
yeah.
So like I actually came up with the name Spirit Ritual. I had it written down like for I don't know, years. I just had it in my notes. Just like
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of good band name ideas, and they're all written out. Like it's classified,
Yeah.
you know, secret information, you know. And Spirit Ritual is always in there, and I was like, I pitched it to the guys. I was like, yo, what the fuck, guys? What does Midnight Trust even mean? Like, it just doesn't sound like a cool name. I was like, guys,
Yeah.
we don't even have an EP out. Like, why don't we just like, here's our chance to like rebrand and try to like get something that's, I wouldn't say marketable, but just something that like sounds good and just sparkles and actually represents us.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. Even our song 12 a.m. Kind of talks about that too. How I was like, I don't know, this name just doesn't really represent us. Like, I was like, guys, we could have a way cooler name than this, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was able to convince them, and like we changed it. We had to update all the metadata and shit on DistroKid. Well, I mean, we just like emailed them and shit, and we're like, yo, you do this, blah blah, and like, but updating all of the social media and shit, I did it all myself, and it took forever.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, just the logo I came up with too, just really, I don't know, it really fits because it's little ghosty things in a yin yang.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like this, but like little smiley face and shit. You know, it's just it looks cute, and we make cute little songs. You know, I don't know, catch a vibe.
Hell yeah. You got any songs or albums that are coming out pretty soon for Spirit Ritual, or?
Yep. Just a song. We have like a lot of cool things in the works that have names, but there's like we haven't recorded them yet. But one that we've recorded and we're gonna put it out. Don't quote me on this because it's not official. I haven't submitted it yet. I don't know. End of August. We'll just say that.
Okay.
And it's called Flow with the Go. And I'm really stoked about it. It's like one of the best songs I've ever done. And I'd say it's like, you would just classify it as like indie pop, you know? You know Glass Animals?
Yes.
Similar to that.
Okay.
And do you know Still Woozy? Or how about Space Face?
Space Face sounds familiar.
Yeah. Pretty similar to their vibe. And also a band called Sports. So
Okay.
like if you listen to any of those bands, you know what I mean. You'll get the vibe. Like it's not like cheesy, because when I say pop, when I think of pop, I think of like cheesy lyrics, you know, like overplayed, over fucking invested in. But like we call our shit psych pop, and it's kind of, I don't know. I just like that idea of, because you know you have psych rock.
Yes.
Like, can you name some psych rock bands?
Psych rock bands. I don't know, maybe Tool.
Yeah, I put that in there. Yeah.
Tool's like really the main one. Because I saw them live, and even though I wasn't like as fucked up as my buddies were, I was feeling all tripped out and shit.
Oh yeah.
At their show. Tool came January 2020, right? Like a month before like everything everything got shut down, and that was like the best concert that I've ever been to. So.
Yeah, shit, where was that?
Bridgestone.
Oh man, that's where I saw Tame Impala like a month or two ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was my first time there. That it's like, how far were you? Like, were you up top?
Damn. We had pretty good seats. I mean, we saw like the stage and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
I think we were like in the 300s, but it wasn't like nosebleeds, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like we still got pretty good. Our tickets, one ticket was like $90, so.
Ooh, man.
But it was worth it though. Like I had an awesome time. It was funny because the opening act was this one guy, author of Punisher, just one guy doing everything. He's got he manufactured like all this, you know, machinery and shit just like screaming really loud, and he's like doing everything, like drums. And like my buddy Scumbag, who I had on the first episode, he was like tripping. Everyone's just like mesmerized with this dude, and he's like, "Did you fucking hear that shit?" Oh my god, that show was something else. But
Man, I love psychedelics, dude.
yeah,
They're pretty fucking magical.
I only stick to weed.
Yeah,
But I don't smoke it like a lot though. But when I do, I enjoy it. I did do shroom tea once,
sweet.
and that was for the Wolfstock event that I went to last year.
Yeah.
But I think it was kind of weak though, because I didn't really feel it.
Oh, really?
And even my buddy who's done shrooms before, was like, "Yeah, that was weak." I was like, "I'm not for sure if I'm feeling it because like I've been drinking, but even if I was drinking, which I did, I would still be feeling like shrooms, and I don't think I did."
Well, I
But
feel like drinking kind of cancels it out a little bit.
it could. I guess it varies with like, because I don't know, my body metabolizes fast. Like even though I may look like I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking, I'm actually pretty heavy.
Heavyweight champ.
Yeah, because like before my DUI, I was drinking like 10 to 14 Jack and Cokes, you know, like,
Whoa.
and still be functional.
Wow.
I was really like the designated like drunk driver for my friends, like the DDD. So I mean, it was true though, because my other friends that I would hang out with, they'd be really wasted, and it's like, guys, let's go home. Y'all are too fucked. I'm functional. I can like drive, but yeah.
Shit.
I'm sure you've seen some pretty wild stuff. What's like the wildest thing you've seen at one of your shows?
Ooh.
I'm sure you've seen some wild stuff.
I thought you were gonna say while I was tripping, but that got me to think of actually when we played recently in Trinity River Fest up in Illinois, Cottage Hills, I think. It's kind of near St. Louis. Me, Stroud, Ian, Hunter, we all took half a tab, and then we took it at like 5 p.m. and we were playing at 7 or 6:30, I think, 6:15. And so like as we started playing, like it was kicking in, and like it was so freaking. It was cool. It was fucking like, by the time we were near the end of our set, like we were peaking and just fucking like, we were so in the zone, you know, like we were just there in this like this bubble of, I don't know, of just magical fucking energy. I don't know. So that one was pretty crazy. There were dudes who were like, it was like at this fucking like a veterans bar, so it was chill.
Okay.
Like there were a lot of old timers, you know.
Yeah, kind of like a VFW kind of thing.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's funny, after we played, like this one guy came out. He's like, "You guys sounded like a 70s porno on a waterbed," you know.
Yeah.
I was geeking after he said that. This guy reminded me like so much of my uncle too. He was just like, I don't know, there's some cool just old timers there that we were just kicking it with.
Yeah.
But it was kind of rained out, and so we took off and went to like this other house show that was going on in St. Louis. And I don't know, it was a great night, and we have a lot of homies in St. Louis, so anytime we go out there, it's just so fun. And so we go out there once in a while, but you know, we've been doing shows here and there.
Right.
Like, you know, Twisted Tea Garden, that's what we call our house as a venue whenever we throw shows.
Because you've done shows at this, you know, place, so
yeah.
I've been to, I was there for one of them, just like half of it though, because I had to work next morning, but
Yeah, that one might have been September.
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, September.
Yeah, that one was cool. That's the
Yeah,
one.
I thought it's pretty cool. Have a house show here.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a cool spot.
We could even get more couches in here too.
Yeah.
Cause like.
Yeah, you almost bought that one couch at my place. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
but,
right.
But it wouldn't fit in your van.
Fucking fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did get rid of it though.
Oh, okay.
Someone actually got it, but
nice.
Yeah, it was just sitting in the garage for a while. I was like, this needs to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you have 2 cars in your garage now? Can it fit
No,
2 or
just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because my buddy, he's my roommate that owns the house. He's into cars. He's got right now it's got 2 project cars.
Ooh.
And not in the garage, only his car's in the garage, and it's kind of like a parking lot because we got my car. One of the cars is pretty much done for, so that eventually needs to get towed. The truck, because he was working on a friend's truck, and it's pretty much done for. So it's just there. It needs to get towed at some point. There was a project car he was working on, but with our AC was broken recently, the compressor. So, and then eventually our roof needs some fixing up. So, with all that piling up, he plans on selling that. And then today, I didn't know this, but we got another roommate with us now. So it's his car's there. It's we can't even back out.
Damn.
It's hard to fit everyone's car, but yep. That's what happens when you live with a roommate that's into cars. Nothing wrong with that, because if something's wrong with my car, you can look at it. But it's like a car show or a drag strip.
Oh yeah. Well, my roommates here, Hunter and Ian. Hunter plays guitar and bass and spiritual, and Ian plays keys. And actually, Emily just moved in, my girlfriend. And
nice.
So that'll help with rent, Yeah. And she can help me run sound at our fucking shows here. And we have one here on the 21st.
21st.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I may stop by after my show, maybe.
Yeah, you should.
What time?
8 p.m.
Okay.
And so it'll be Vern. And I've played a solo show with them before at Cafe Coco, and they're cool.
I've been there once.
Yeah.
Performing
I
there.
like that place.
That place isn't bad.
Yeah. So Vern, and then we'll play at 8:45, and then El Rocco, and they're from Chattanooga.
Oh wow.
They're really good. So they're on tour, they're doing a local regional tour. And so they'll be swinging through here. And I've played with them before, back when I played shows once in a while in Chattanooga, which I want to go back there. It's cool there.
Yeah.
And then headlining is Yej, Y-E-J, and she's really good. She has a lot of good numbers on her Spotify. Her music is it reminds me of my friend Sarah Manzo's music. It's it's pop, but it's really good, R&B kind of stuff, but also it's kind of similar to Bia Badoobie, if you've heard of her.
Okay.
Really good shit. So I don't know when we're putting it out, but I would say come on through. But either way, I don't know.
Well, whenever it comes out,
our shows, so whatever.
Well, whenever it comes out, we'll be sure to plug it.
Yeah.
Any other upcoming shows this year coming up? Any big shows?
Yeah. Let's see. It's actually with Tear Ducts. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I'm booking our tour out west in October.
Nice.
I'm really stoked for that because
we're at in the Midwest,
Well, we're just gonna go all the way to LA and back, and so.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Out west would be Phoenix, Los Angeles,
yeah,
Salt Lake City, Denver,
Las Vegas.
Dude, I want to do Las Vegas, but I had to cram all of these into like 9 shows because they can only take 5 days off. The other band mates. So that would mean Friday, Saturday, Sunday the week. Friday, Saturday, get back Sunday.
Gotcha.
It's like so crammed. So between every show would be like 8-hour drives on
Yeah,
average.
gotcha.
Yeah. So, but we're setting shit up with Shimmer Traps, and you should check them out. You should check them out. They're from Pacific Northwest. Northwest. I can't remember if it's Portland or Washington, but they're from there. Shimmer Traps. Their music is fucking amazing, and I'll throw that name out again. It's like psych pop, you know.
Yeah. Shimmer Traps.
Yeah, dude. So they're on board for our West Coast shows. So that'll be cool. Other than that, with Spirit Ritual, honestly, all we have is the house show, and I think we're like wide open. We're about to set something up at the 5 spot though, for the day that we put out Float to Go. So some Friday in August, we'll see. Well, I'll let you know. You'll know about it.
We'll definitely be on and of course you'll be back on this episode or not this episode, on another episode of Dead Inside Podcast.
Oh yeah,
and we'll be sure to plug that around that time. So
yeah, man, I'm always down for more. I love I love what you're doing.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, I actually had people that just moved to the U.S. back in January this year came out to my show 2 weeks ago. Yeah, one from South Africa, the other from Brazil. Ooh. Which was really cool. So it's like getting connections globally too. Yeah. So it's like we're doing it, man.
You're on the path.
Yeah, we're on the path.
Yeah, we're just hiking along.
Yeah,
the fucking path.
Yeah, we went from working at assisted living to living our best lives.
Yeah.
Assisting.
Thanks to none of this would be happening if we didn't quit at the assisted living. I'm just kidding. But we wouldn't have met through that shit.
Right, and it's cool, you know, we're pretty similar in like our own like areas, you know, so.
Yeah. There's a scene, so.
Yeah.
You know, we're just plugged in.
Yeah, even everything but country music, EBCM. Yep. They do like events for people like us, you know. I mean, I've been to one of their events as a poet. You recently just did a event with them. Yeah. You know, you're a featured act, which was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, but we were on at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I was.
It's not the latest we played. The latest one we did was like 2 a.m. Yeah.
If I didn't have work early in the morning, I'd be up till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Although there's been nights where I went to bed at 4 a.m. but woke up at 7 a.m. to go to work.
Shit.
Don't know how I do it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah. But it's all for the love of what we do.
Yeah, man.
Which is what I did last night. Ironically enough, the topic was the things we do for love.
Fuck yeah.
Dedicated to another country artist who I got to take care of my first day, and he passed away back in March. So it was kind of like cool to dedicate my story to him, Warner Mack. Yeah. Even though he's a country artist, but it was still cool. He gave me a nice plug one day because my first day he was being interviewed for a radio show. Yeah. And, you know, he was like, "I'd like to thank my caregiver, Matt, today. It's his first day. He's done a great job. And check him out in Nashville. He does storytelling, comedy," which was cool. And weeks later, this is before I even promoted my event heavy on social media, I had these guys from Florida coming to check out my show, which you know, his interview was syndicated in a Florida radio station, which was really cool. So.
And then so you had Florida fans coming.
Yeah, I've had like people from all over, like Texas, New York, even Brazil and South Africa, like come check out my show sometimes, which is nice. So.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Well, I think that may conclude this episode of Dead Inside Podcast. I'd like to thank you.
Yo, give me that.
Left there.
I'm halfway through.
This is Jeff, old supervisor, aka, musician for Spirit Ritual. He does some solo stuff too. Where can they follow you on social media?
Yeah, give us a follow. InnerView Music is my solo page. I post my art shit and my music shit and my shit. Yeah. And then Spirit Ritual Music on Instagram too, and just hit the bio, find the music, check it out, smoke a joint, and live it out.
There you have it. Third episode of Dead Inside Podcast. Thanks for coming on, Jay.
Thank you, man.